On an autumn night in 1983, Chicago is battered by a howling wind weaving through skyscrapers, with rain lashing the roof of the Chicago to New York night train. The dim yellow light of the station casts trembling shadows on the metal walls of the train cars. The whistle of the train blends with the wail of the wind, as if nature itself is preparing for a grand secret. Sarah Huntington, 25, with blonde hair tucked under a raincoat hood and icy blue eyes, steps into compartment 7. She carries a black suitcase with poise, her steps calm yet resolute. The daughter of James Huntington, a steel magnate locked in a bitter rivalry with Henry Winter. Sarah is no stranger to power plays. The compartment is half empty. An old man in a worn leather coat clutches his briefcase tightly. A young soldier in a crumpled uniform stares anxiously out the window, and a stewardess with a forced smile serves tea. Sarah sits by the window. Raindrops slide down the glass, casting dancing shadows on her face. She whispers to herself, "Every shadow tells a story." The rhythmic clatter of the train's wheels fills the air with suspense. Sarah places her suitcase beside her seat and scans compartment 7. Her eyes catch every detail: the old man's fingers gripping his briefcase, the soldier's furtive glances, and the stewardess's smile that doesn't match her anxious eyes. The train's rhythmic pulse feels like the heartbeat of a living creature. She removes her gloves, her fingers brushing the edge of her seat. The flickering light casts long shadows across the compartment's floor. In her mind, Sarah notes, old man, Winter's documents, soldier, why so nervous? Stewardess, what's her secret? Suddenly, the soldier pulls a small paper from his pocket, glances at it, and hides it quickly. Sarah smiles faintly. The first piece of the puzzle. Sarah opens her leather notebook. The scratch of her pen echoes in the quiet compartment. The yellow light casts long shadows across her pages, and the rain's reflection makes her face enigmatic. She writes, "Old man, Winter's spy. Tonight he delivers the documents. I must stop him." The stewardess approaches, asking, "Tea, miss?" Sarah replies, "No, just peace." Their eyes lock for a moment, a hint of hidden collusion. Sarah whispers, "The game has begun." She pulls a pocket watch from her coat, glances at it, and tucks it away. The night deepens. The old man rises, clutching his briefcase, and heads toward the compartment door. Sarah follows quietly, hiding in the shadows. The soldier suddenly looks at her and asks, "Can't sleep either?" Sarah smiles. Train nights are full of secrets. In her mind, she thinks, he'll be a witness, without knowing it. In the corridor, Sarah sees the old man meet a stranger in the next compartment, exchanging a yellowed paper. She whispers, "Winter's documents." From her bag, she pulls a small vial, a drug to slow the heart, and prepares herself. Sarah slips back into compartment 7, her heart steady despite the storm raging outside. The dim light flickers, casting jagged shadows across the worn velvet seats. She reaches into her bag, fingers brushing against the cool glass of a small vial. A drug to slow her pulse, to mimic death's embrace. With practiced precision, she uncorks it, the faint scent of chemicals mingling with the damp air. She dabs fake blood on her neck, the crimson stark against her pale skin, and lets it drip just enough to look convincing. Her reflection in the rain-streaked window watches her like a silent conspirator. She takes a deep breath, whispers, "Now the world will believe my truth," and drinks the vial's contents. Her body softens, slumping onto the seat, her blonde hair spilling over the cushion like a fallen halo. The stewardess, her ally in this charade, steps forward, her face a mask of calm. She locks the compartment door with a soft click, smearing a trace of blood on the handle. A final touch to the grim illusion. The train's rhythm hums as if approving the deception. Dawn creeps through the train's windows, painting compartment 7 in a cold gray light. The stewardess, her hands trembling slightly, approaches the locked door. She fumbles with the emergency key, her breath catching as she turns it. The door creaks open, revealing Sarah slumped in her seat, her neck stained with crimson, her eyes closed as if in eternal sleep. "My God!" the stewardess gasps, her voice echoing in the oppressive silence. The blood-smeared handle glints under the morning light. A chilling clue to a crime that never was. Passengers murmur in the corridor, their faces pale with shock as the police arrive, their boots heavy on the metal floor. They cordon off the compartment, yellow tape stark against the dark wood. The stewardess steps back, her lips curling into a faint, secret smile. "All according to plan," she whispers, her voice swallowed by the train's restless hum. Detective Alex Ryan, 30, steps onto the train, his piercing eyes shadowed by a fedora. The air feels heavy with the scent of rain and suspicion. He's handed a photograph of the victim, and his breath catches. Sarah, his old love, her face frozen in a police snapshot. "Not Sarah," he murmurs, his voice breaking as memories flood back. Her laughter, her defiance, her secrets. He kneels by her seat in compartment 7, the air thick with the weight of her absence. His fingers brush the cushion, and there, tucked beneath, he finds a folded letter. His hands tremble as he reads. "Alex, I'm alive. Frame Winter. For my father. For justice. Find the watch in the old man's bag. Sarah." Shock ripples through him, followed by a spark of hope. She's alive, and he's now a pawn in her intricate game. "Sarah," he whispers, a wry smile forming. "You're always one step ahead." Alex moves through the train's narrow corridor, his footsteps muffled by the steady clatter of the wheels. He reaches the old man's belongings, his hands steady but his mind racing. Inside the worn briefcase, he finds it. The pocket watch, its silver surface engraved with Henry Winter's name, gleaming like a guilty secret. Sarah stole it, planted it, and now it's his turn to play her game. He slips the watch into compartment 7, placing it where the police will find it, sealing Winter's fate. "This is for you, Sarah," he thinks, his heart heavy with loyalty and doubt. Why was she so certain he'd follow through? A shadow of his past flickers, his brief, regretful work for Winter, a secret he thought buried. Did Sarah know? The train's whistle pierces the night, as if mocking his uncertainty. Alex gathers everyone in the train's dining car, Poirot style. He holds up Sarah's notebook and reads, "For my father whose honor Winter stole. For my family who shouldn't live in fear. For Alex once lost, now bringing justice. This isn't murder, it's justice in the shadows." He explains, Sarah is alive. She staged her death with fake blood and a sedative to trap Winter. The old man was Winter's spy, but the documents were forged by Sarah to frame him for fraud. The soldier was a mere bystander, the stewardess her ally. But the final twist. Alex admits he once worked for Winter, a secret Sarah knew and used to ensure his cooperation. The night train rolls through Chicago's darkness, its wheels whispering relentlessly. Alex stares out the window, Sarah's notebook still in hand. Her words echo, "This isn't murder, it's justice in the shadows." Winter is ruined, but where is Sarah? A rustle under the seat catches his attention. He finds a small envelope. Sarah's handwriting. Alex, justice always has a cost. If you're reading this, you've chosen. Don't look for me. Shadows hide me. S. Inside is a train ticket to an unknown destination. Dated tomorrow. His heart races. An invitation or another trap? At the next station, under a dim lamp, a shadow appears. A woman in a raincoat staring at the train before vanishing into the mist. Alex smiles wryly. Sarah, the game's not over. The train whistles, moving into the night as shadows whisper untold stories. The train fades into the Chicago night, leaving shadows and secrets in its wake. Sarah staged a perfect crime, or was it justice? Did she play a hero's game, avenging her father? Or did she cross a line into deception? And Alex, her unwitting pawn, noble for helping her, or a fool caught in her web? The truth lies in the shadows, and now it's your turn to decide. What do you think? Was Sarah right? Was Alex justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's unravel this mystery together.